Toastmasters Club. And as president, I call the meeting to order. All right. And if I could, thank you. And if I could invite immediate past President Nelson for the, would it be you, Nelson, for the Pledge of Allegiance?
The rules during this Zoom meeting. As you know, please set your name so that we can recognize you in your role. Please turn on your camera. And when you're not speaking, please mute your speaker and unmute it when you are the speaker. You look at the camera so that to your camera so that as if you are talking to everyone. Okay, and if you are using two devices, please unmute the other one so that there will be no feedback. Okay, so remember our this is our theme for today. It's called the Bear Months. This is the start of in the Philippines. This is already the start of the Christmas season for the benefit of our international guests. So it's already called to order by our president. So this is the our Toastmaster Pledge inspiration. Let us just close your eyes and make a special wish to our Creator that we're going to have a very fun learning experience for today. The next item for our agenda is our Toastmasters promise. Please raise your right hand and just say silently the following. As a member of Toastmasters International in my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits of the Toastmasters, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition program, and to act within Toastmaster core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. Let us hear again the welcome remarks from the President of Alabang Community Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Raul de la Vega. Let's give him a big hand.
Welcome. Thank you very much, immediate past President Nelson. Everyone, welcome to our meeting. One of the popular traditions observed here in the Philippines is once the months that end with the word "ber" kick in, you can notice how Christmas starts to be celebrated. Christmas carols, even festive Christmas delicacies are abound. Well, more of that to follow when our program kicks in. And here to lead us in today's event, let's welcome immediate past President Nelson Salazar, Toastmaster.
Good afternoon again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This is an online meeting of Alabang Community Toastmasters. And as you know, there are three parts of every Toastmasters meeting. The first one is the table topics. The second is the prepared speeches. And the third part is the evaluation. Here in the Toastmaster meeting, there are no instructors or teachers. We learn from each other. But for the meantime, for the benefit of our guests, I'd like to give a past introduction about the Toastmaster. Okay, the Toastmaster Club was initiated by Ralph C. Smedley in 19. The first meeting was held in 1905. At present, there are almost 400,000 members in 143 countries, and there are almost 17,000 clubs in the whole world. The mission of the Toastmaster is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As I mentioned before, there are prepared speeches, there are evaluation also in a meeting. So the Toastmasters educational session, it's called Pathways or Program. And there are 11, at present there are 11, I think there are not only 11, but 13. Some of them, the dynamic leadership, which I'm doing, effective coaching, strategic relationship, visionary communication, and almost all kinds of particular subject. If you're interested in humor, there is also a pathways for humor. So the core competency of a Toastmasters is about public speaking, about leadership, about leading in managing, about developing confidence, and to develop interpersonal communication. So as I mentioned before, our meeting for today is about, it's called the Bear Months. It's the start of the Christmas season in the Philippines. So that's our theme, and I'd like to read a quote of Taylor Caldwell that it's almost Christmas. And that, of course, is the message of Christmas. We are never alone, not when the night is darkest, the wind coldest in the world, seemingly most indifferent. So one of the favorite, one of the most important, probably one of the most important topic in a Toastmasters session is the table topics, or it's called the impromptu speaking. Here, the speaker discuss something about a topic without any clear kind of preparation. And this is very important. The impromptu speaking or table topic is very important, especially to those who are participating in a beauty contest. As you know, the Philippines have already, I think, four Miss Universe, and they're very good in answering the questions. So in mastering a table topics, there are patterns that you can use so that you can answer the question. If it is about an opinion, you can use the prep method. It's you can see it on the screen. The P is point. You state the point. You give your reason. No, anyway, I think I'd like to call our table topic master who will discuss everything about it. I'd like to call, let us welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Heather de la Vega.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nelson. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, good afternoon. So right now, you are going to have an opportunity to participate in one of the most interesting and exciting portions of a Toastmasters meeting, the table topics session. Table topics enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking and help train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. To help us participate today, I have prepared a few topics that hopefully will help you meet this goal. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will show the green light. At 1.5, the yellow. And at 2 minutes, the timer will show you the red light. So it is important that remember that once you see the green light, you have met your goal and you can start to end your talk. As Toastmaster Nelson said, we are nearing the Christmas season, and today's theme is remembering the Bear Months. So let me share my screen. So for our first Question. What are you looking forward to the most this Christmas? What are you looking forward to the most this Christmas? Can we have a volunteer for this question? Okay, so can we have Toastmaster Van to answer this question?
Sure.
Great. So, what are you looking forward to the most this Christmas? Toastmaster Van, take it away.
The thing that I am looking forward the most this Christmas is, I think, the celebration together with my aunt and with my grandmother, because I really miss them, because the last time that I saw them was during Christmas season, and we were not able to see each other again because of the pandemic. So I am really excited to meet them again if if the time will allow. So yeah, that is the thing that I am looking forward the most. And I believe that for all of us, we should not looking forward not only on the things that not only on the material things, but also to keep our relationship with other people be very strong, because Christmas is time to love one another. So go back to our Toastmaster today.
Wow, thank you, Toastmaster Van. You know what? I agree with you. I'm also looking forward to being with my grandparents this Christmas season. It's been around 6 months since I last saw them, and usually in the Christmas times, I would also see my uncles from abroad. So yeah. So for our next question, what is your most memorable Christmas celebration? What is your most memorable Christmas celebration? Do you have any volunteer? Can we have Toastmaster NJ?
Hi, I can volunteer.
Is my mic working? Is my mic working?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Finally. Okay, yes, so what is my, yes, Toastmaster Heather, I will be taking it up. I'll be answering the question. What is my most memorable Christmas celebration? It's hard to determine what is most memorable to me because they're all equally memorable in one way or the other. However, this is only with regards to the positives. Almost every Christmas I experienced has been a positive experience. So this time I will speak of the first negative Christmas experience I've ever had in my life. It was the first Christmas night in which my father was not present because he was in Saudi Arabia. He worked as an OFW in Saudi Arabia for 5 years. Being the eldest son and the eldest child overall, I am in a unique position in such a way that I have to present myself as a strong foundation for the family in place of my father. However, I am still just a son, a child. And so therefore, I am to provide what was absent due to my father's absence. I was supposed to take his role some way or some form, but still, I had many limitations. The absence of my father during that Christmas night has really affected my mother. It was the first time that they would not be together. It was the first time that we would experience or celebrate Christmas without each other. And this would go on for months. In fact, it would go on until the New Year's Eve and even until the subsequent holidays. It affected her so much to the point that we could not enjoy our Christmas because she was so emotional about the situation. So me being the eldest son, I had to be some type of strength for everyone, but I still was just a son. And so how it affected my mom eventually affected every one of us, and it also affected me, to the point that because of my mother's sorrow, we were all on edge, and she could not enjoy the Christmas Eve. It trickled down to everyone. It affected everyone. And instead of having a Merry Christmas, we were having a shouting Christmas, a crying Christmas, an agonizing Christmas in which we were shouting and arguing against each other because we were not in the best emotional state. It's memorable to me because it taught me one thing. In life, there's always going to be times of sorrow and grief, times where there will always be something wanting, always something that will test your character. And if any one of us wants to pass through these moments strong and happy, we must be capable of managing our emotions. For if we do not manage our emotions will manage us, which is exactly what happened during our Christmas Eve. It was not a Merry Christmas, as I say it. It was not the best Christmas that we had. That would be all. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Toastmaster NJ, for that wonderful answer to the question. You know what? In life, sometimes the things that are memorable are not only the things that are happy or that give us joy, but they're memorable because even though they may be sad or sad experiences, these teach us very valuable lessons. And this is what Toastmaster NJ taught us today. So, moving on to our next question. If you got a phone call from Santa Claus, what would you ask him? If you got a phone call from Santa Claus, what would you ask him? Do we have any volunteers?
Can I have a try?
Oh, sure. Yes, please. Toastmaster Kiel. Take it away.
If I get a phone call from Santa Claus, what would you ask him? Okay, I believe the best gift that I should receive from Santa Claus is the vaccine. I guess that's the very first thing everyone should do in this time of crisis. Everybody deserve this vaccine. This vaccine will be the one that create the joy and for sure the peace in mind. I can't even imagine a Christmas in a pandemic scenario. This will be I'm looking for the kids and for the elderlies that their families are longing. Kids that they managed to wait for a year just to have this Christmas season, and I guess there will be no ninong and ninangs that will give their aguinaldos because there are no kids that going out and in their houses this time. So this Christmas, I want Santa to deliver me a COVID vaccine for all. That's all. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kiel. And actually, I agree with you. Something that we are all looking forward to is a vaccine for the coronavirus and for this pandemic to end. So, thank you very much for participating in today's table topic segment. I really enjoyed all of the answers, and I'm very proud for everyone that took charge in improving your speaking ability. I now return the floor to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nelson.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Heather, for the table topics portion. So, the next session is where we really develop deeply the inner workings of how to deliver and make a speech. It's called the prepared speeches. And this is, every Toastmasters now is following the pathway educational program of the Toastmaster. And I'd like to, we have two speakers for today, prepared speakers. So I'd like to introduce them first.